Hello my fellow crafters and welcome back to my channel. My name is David and today I'm going to be working in my art journal. It's February already, can you believe it? And that means the next prompt is already here, and that's what this video is going to be about. So without any further ado, let's dive in and make that page. So I'm going to be working in my little square TN. This is the square size, fun little TN. And I'm gonna be making wood grain. Make wood grain. That's the prompt for February. So I just want to show you all a fun little technique on how to do that. Now, I did not invent the wheel. I saw this at Gina K, so hence I'm using her inks just as a little, how do you call that? Yeah, shout out to her. I've got two panels of the soft finish card that I'm going to be using, and I'm just going to glue these two panels in there. So without anything, let's go and make this. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to do some corner rounding, and I'm using my Crop-It over that. I'm going to round these corners of the paper that I just made to size to fit as panels. That's one. Now these are not completely square, because I didn't want the fold to interfere with them too much. So they're 9.5 centimeters high versus 9 centimeters wide. And I need to get them up the right way, like that. Then I'm going to get my little scoreboard out, my score body, and I'm going to score these panels. Now this is soft finish cardstock, so nice velvety look, and these are 9 centimeters wide. So I will just do, what shall I do? Let's do 1.5 centimeters, and I'm just gonna score that like that, and then do another 1.5 centimeters. So you can do 1/2 inch. Probably, if you measure in inches. That could work just fine. And last one is then at 7.5. So, you see, just make these score lines. And I'm going to do the same to the other panel. So I've got my two panels done. Now I'm doing this on the textured side of the cardstock. I'll be using this one later. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take Craft, which is a light brown color from Gina K, and I'm just going to go over this panel like so. And this does not have to be perfect at all. But this already looks like wood, so you can stop here if you want. But I'm not going to stop here. I'm just going to give this a good layer of the color. Like that. Okay, full disclosure, I made two new panels simply because it's gorgeous, but it didn't work. Not the way I wanted it. It's very pretty, and I'm not going to throw these away. These will find a place somewhere. But 3D embossing folders don't work. So let me grab a 2D embossing folder. Turns out I'm a big fan of 3D embossing folders, but I found a 2D one. So, and this has a clear flat area and a raised area. So now it will work, because I want the raised area to press into the paper. Now there's a little heart on here, which I think is quite cute, given that it's February. So let's put that center stage. And I'm going to run this through again. It's always a bit of a struggle to find the right sandwich for your embossing folders, because every brand is a different size. But it worked. I found out, and I'm going to run this one through again for the second panel. Just let me line it out. There we go. and it's going to go through again. Okay, now this should work. I'm going to take a dark brown. This is charcoal brown, and I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to run over this. Yes, now it's working. So I'm just going to run this over, back and forth with a light pressure. Don't press too hard, because then you will flatten out anything you just created. But now this starts to look like carved wood. You see that? Love that. So do the same to this one. Now, of course, you can do this with your distress inks, etc. Any inks you want to do. Just pick a lighter brown and a darker brown. Simon Hurley's will work. The distress will work. I think even the oxides could work. Okay, so I've got my 2 panels done, but I want to give it a bit more vintagey look. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take Tranquil Teal, which is like, yeah, you can see the color, a teal color. And I'm just going to run that over this lightly. And that will immediately turn that around, you see? There we go. Now this looks like carved wood, doesn't it? I love that effect. So let me clean up my mess and then we'll continue. So from the ATC special kit, I've got these 3 dies that I've used to cut these out, and I'm going to place them onto my panels. But I want to do some more to this. So yeah, let me think what I want to do. I'm going to take some Tranquil Teal. I'm just going to give this a hint of that Tranquil Teal, just the top of the flower. And since these are dye inks, they're translucent, and you get a bit of a green hint, which I like. And the craft color is sort of coming back in the carving that we created. So and the little butterflies the same. So I'm going to keep it very into the same tones that I used to create the panel, fairly. So let's start to assemble these. What I also need is a label. And on that label I will write, and this time I will just use a black fine liner, I think. Wood grain, February 2024. So that's going to be on there as well. So let's start to build this up. Oh, some of you will ask, what is the name of that embossing folder? I don't know. It's unbranded, unfortunately. That's what you get when brands don't put their brand on the folder, because I don't keep them in the packaging. Maybe I should, but I don't. So let me just think about this a bit, because like that, and then the smaller one over here. Because I don't want to cover up that heart. Let's put this one here. That's that. And these go onto the other side, sort of mirrored. These I'm just gonna glue in the centers so that I can sort of lift their wings a bit. There we go. Now I just want some sayings on there, so let me get my journal phrases and more. Oh, not journal phrases and more, journal phrases 1 or 2, I don't mind. I've got them all in here. Just want to look at the color. I think this is beautiful. Yeah, this is stamped with black and then went with gold over it, and it's a nice and grungy look. And then I just inked over it, splattered with water, and I think Dreams is a beautiful one with this one. Okay, these are done now. So let's grab my journal. This was January, watercolor. And now we move on to the next month, and that is February, and that is Make Wood Grain. And I think we've succeeded in the challenge, right? That's one, and let's put in the other one on this side. And there we have it. The final result for this video. I love this. I mean, this is a technique that, as I said in the beginning, was inspired by Gina Kay. Gina does this for cards, but I just wanted to show you can use fun card techniques in your art journal as well. That's actually what got me into the art journaling. So yeah, I love how this one turned out. Have a go, have a play. You don't have to do the embossing folder. The first bit that I did with just coloring the wood, making the wood grain, is also fun to do. So yeah, having said that, have fun. Thank you for joining me. Give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so yet, consider to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for that. Thank you for joining me today, and I'd love to see you for the next one. Bye.